Hey everyone. This might be a bit of a longer video. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it won't be. But mainly because what I want to say is I'm not quite sure how to articulate it because I could just keep going deeper and deeper, but this is like a one-way thing, Like I don't have anybody to bounce this off of, at least not on here. So, yeah, So I went to the Nutcracker Ballet a couple of nights ago, and it is such a nostalgic experience for me. Used to go as a kid, like around Christmas, every year. And for a long time, I wanted to be a ballerina. So, anyway, it's just really special. And and that's where I got these cutie little earrings. But anyway, I love earrings. Um, so I'm sitting there, and my partner, boyfriend, future husband, we'll just say that, um, he was there with me. Oh, sorry. Uh, and his daughter, she's 9 and she's an awesome kid, and he's amazing. Like, anyway, I went with them for the first time. It's our first holiday together besides Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like the round of holidays. First time. And so anyway, I got tickets and I was just like, this is really important to me and I want to share it with people that I love. Um, but as I'm sitting there, I start thinking, of course, like head starts reeling, and I'm focused on stage and I'm like looking at these beautiful, ballet is just like gracefully precise and symmetrical and then visually stunning. So and I'm looking at all of this and I'm thinking all of those things that I just listed about ballet. Like, why are my thoughts split? Why am I looking at this right now, but what I'm thinking about is the person next to me and then the little person next to him. And, well, what are they thinking about? Do they like it? Like, does his daughter keep talking to him because she's bored? um and I got so uncomfortable, and I was aware of that thought, you know what I mean? And it's like, and anyway, so the point of that is like, that's the work. Once I become aware that, like, aware of the thought, like, who is it? Eckhart Tolle says, like, to observe the thought. Many people say that. Sam Harris, also love him. He's always like, observe the thought, like, let them come. But I wasn't meditating, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to enjoy a ballet here. Um, and it's something that I really enjoy. And like, I can't enjoy it because these thoughts keep interrupting. And it's always about what are other people thinking. And so that brings me to, like, I was watching my videos that I've posted on here before, and what am I going to do with my life? Like, that's the thing that I keep bumping up against. Um, everything, every single thing for me always comes down to, what will other people think? And I did a lot of work around that, or at least I thought, not that I thought, I did do, and I continue to do the work around, my obsession with other people's thoughts about my life. And I even talked to people about this. I had coffee with somebody yesterday, and she's telling me about all these things that she's going through, and like, she doesn't feel like she can go back into these spaces where she was so comfortable before because something happened. And I told her, I was like, you have a beautiful light. You know what I mean? People don't give a shit. They don't care. They love you and want you to be well. But even if they didn't, like, you deserve to be there, and it doesn't matter what other people think. And I can tell people that, you know? And yet I sit in denial of that I still have that anyway. Um, but for the sake of my relationships and for the sake of how I live my life, the life that I want to live, whatever it is that I decide to do for work, because I still have no idea, and eventually I'll talk more about that. Um, like I have to, the awareness of the thought has to be there, and then so after noticing, and going through a few minutes of like, I'm not having much fun here, it was like, Sam, you can enjoy this regardless of what they think, Next year, if they don't want to come, they don't have to come, but you can sit here and enjoy this, and you can love. And that was like, I know that that doesn't go really anywhere, but as long as I like embody love and like carry that in my heart, and it's like, regardless, I'm going to love them regardless of whether or not they like what I like. You know what I mean? Um, anyway, it turned out great, So, yeah, just like, I don't know how to end this, but I'll see y'all soon.